it, because I know we had a few that were going to hospitals or going to other outpatient building and facilities. So apologize for that. We tried to make it really clear where we were going to be with the address and the in town. And, but I get it. Some people saw Penn, and you know, well, that's great though, right? Because we know November we do Penn, so we were thankful for that. We're really excited to be here. It's not been that long ago, but I guess it has been that we did the ribbon cutting here. Yeah, it's flying by. So welcome to the November Chamber Coffee, and we are really excited to be here in the Rehabilitation Services facility. So I am going to turn it over to our hostess with the mostest. This is Bethany Murray, and she is going to welcome us this morning.
Welcome. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you haven't helped yourself yet, there's some coffee and goodies right through that doorway back there. So please help yourself throughout the meeting or when it's over. We're so thankful you guys are here. Just want to tell you a little bit about our business here. We had 1,575 new patients last year. We provided over 1,667 visits. So we provide PT, OT, and speech therapy. We see patients, I think our youngest has probably been a week old, all the way up to someone close to 100. And we see a variety of diagnoses. We do orthopedic patients, patients with neurological disorders. We do wound care. We have 2 lymphedema certified therapists by lymphedema care. We do wheelchair assessments. Just whatever you have, you can come here. So we're excited that you're here today to see our beautiful facility, if you hadn't seen it before, and spread the word that we're here.
Awesome. Do you want to recognize if the staff maybe that works here wants
yes,
to stand?
Yes, if you guys want to stand, some of our wonderful therapists. We actually have 15 therapists and then 3 wonderful front office staff that keep us running. If they weren't here, we wouldn't be here.
Hey, Rhonda, Andy. And this is the place across from Pete's.
This is the place across from Pete's. That's how, we probably should have put it in the memo.
We started to. We absolutely did.
It's on their answering machine. Yes, it is.
It is? It
Yeah.
could be. Pete's needs to pay us some money for it, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. There you go. Well, we are just very happy about today being November the 1st. While it doesn't seem like it is, and we have come through a very crazy season. And I just want to say thank you to everybody. October was very much a roller coaster. The second hurricane came through and right on top of the business showcase, and some rain for the festival. So it's very emotional, very high energy, very crazy time for the chamber. But I am very proud of our staff. And our board members and ambassadors and volunteers that showed up. Everybody handled everything very professionally and very well, and we did the best we could. Get with no power and no Wi-Fi. We had people just going through the list, and that's why those forms are so important, and that's why those phone numbers and that contact information is so important, because we finally, in this day, even of technology, reached a day where we needed the physical paper forms, and we were flipping through that notebook trying to call everybody. So we still had a great show. We are very thankful for the crowd that did come out. I know that a lot of people still made contacts and still got to engage with other folks. We're especially thankful just that the Salvation Army had power, that we were able to be there. So great all around. It still worked out, and I'm glad that people got to mingle. So thank you for that. I always say, you know, that August or October is our busiest season, but let's be honest, you guys, like, we don't really have a slow season anymore. So I still have a lot of announcements this morning that I want to go through, and several other things that some folks that I want to recognize. So starting with Tuesday, November 13th at 12 p.m., very important to us. That is our ribbon cutting at the chamber. We are going to be celebrating the Home Trust Bank lobby and the SCORE Center. So if you haven't heard about this yet, the Reidsville Chamber of Commerce was able to purchase the building at 140 South Skill Street 2 years ago. And the jump start to all of that was Home Trust buying the naming rights and sponsoring the lobby. And so that's a big deal. We were finally ready to announce that. They've been the anonymous donor all along. And so we are going to cut the ribbon, and also, if you're not familiar, how many of you are familiar with SCORE? I know I've talked about this some at some of our meetings, but we are very excited to be a part of, Rockingham County for numerous years has been a part of the Greensboro chapter, and we do have our own sub-chapter under them. And it used to be out at the Business and Technology Center in Wentworth, and when Mark Wells and Sean Gorman were both out there. And Sean has retired since from the county as the Deputy Director of Economic Development, but he's very passionate about small business and entrepreneurship, and this is his baby pet project out of retirement. It's the only thing that he's really doing. And he's working with all three chambers to kind of decentralize that model, because we've learned that folks want it right there, where they can come right in off the street versus trying to drive somewhere and make an appointment. And so we are unveiling the logo right there in the lobby of the chamber. We have 2 business offices. We have about 8 to 9 so far. I think at that point, when everybody's fully trained, it'll be 10 people that we have mentoring folks. And we are getting going with that, but it's truly a blessing, because, you know, people come in the chamber all the time and they need extensive help and things that sometimes we can't help them with. We have a really wonderful economic developer with the city of Reidsville, Jeff Garshka. He does a great job, and he gets overwhelmed and inundated with a lot of phone calls too. And this is going to be a very good tool to drive economic development for entrepreneurship. So we are really excited to be able to provide this service, and that is all going to be celebrated. So please come out and join us. I think it's going to be huge, and we're really excited about it. Also, that evening is the regularly scheduled Reidsville City Council meeting. That will be at 6 p.m. at City Hall. On Thursday, November 15th, we have another ribbon cutting at 11 a.m., the hospice ribbon cutting for Dewey's Bakery. And Flavor went where, there you are. Do you want to say something about that since I'm announcing it?
Sure. We are very excited. This is a new venture for us this year to host a Dewey's fundraising store for the holidays. Do a soft opening on the 12th. We'll have the big ribbon cutting on the 15th. And we will be open 7 days a week through the 23rd of December, with the exception of Thanksgiving Day. So if you bake like I do, which is infrequently and not well, please come buy some cookies or some sugar cake or whatever at Dewey's at our store at Hospice. It'll be in the community room of the Hospice home. So I have some flyers. If you got any questions, let me know.
Thank you. Also, on Friday, November 16th at 6 o'clock will be the Christmas tree lighting ceremony in downtown. So we'll light the tree in Mural Park, and we will have Santa Claus. The snow again this year, which is backed by popular demand. If you have not been downtown for this event, it is so much fun, and they're just, you wouldn't believe it was Reidsville sometimes, is what I've been told by people who come through, and they say, this is such an amazing event. It looks like we're in some crowded city, you know, big city street, because the streets are full. I mean, it's just so much fun. AOD will be there with the Rockettes again. And we are working on a special Santa's workshop inside the visitor center. So we are going to have some games and some other activities, and come in, see us, get warm for a little while before you head back out and hit the slopes. Saturday, November 24th is Small Business Saturday. How many of y'all are familiar with Small Business Saturday? Just so I know how long to talk or not talk. But so really quick, if you're not familiar with it, I'm sure everybody's heard of Black Friday, and that's the Friday after Thanksgiving. Saturday is the following day, and it is an American Express generated national event. American Express several years ago said, you know what, for our merchants, because obviously they're merchant services, we want to promote the holiday shopping season. And so they have this big thing about shopping in your neighborhood and shopping small and shopping local. And so we write a grant every year to them, and they send us promotional items, and we get them out to all of our small businesses, particularly retail and people who are open that day. But they send us bags, and it's gotten very competitive. Last year we had 100 bags, and we had 108 people lined up outside of the chamber before we opened the doors at 9 o'clock. But this year we only have 75, so it's going to be very competitive. And we open the doors, we feed them breakfast, we talk to them about the importance of shopping small, and then we give them the bags, and we send them out into the streets to go shopping. The other really cool thing we do that day is we launch our Reidsville Rewards program. And so that program is a card where you have 5 blocks, and they could literally come and pay their copay here and get their block signed off on. All it is they need to spend money, at least $1, in a chamber member business. They could go across the street to Pete's and buy lunch, and then they could go, when they leave here, and then they could go next door to Carvings and get some gas or get their oil changed, and that all counts. And so the goal is to have them, A, for us, spend their money locally, but B, we also track it. And so they have 5 blocks, they turn a card in, they get entered to win prizes. They can do as many of those cards up and through, I think it's the second or the beginning of the 3rd week of December, and then we draw the prizes. We tracked it last year for just that 3 weeks. People spent over $10,000 locally that we were able to track and put back into the community. So we were very excited to see that grow because they attach their receipts to it, and that's how we track it. So that is happening. So A, come out and see us. B, if you have something, we are taking 75 items, whether it be a flyer with a coupon code, whether it be some small, we've had hand soaps, we've had, slippers. Cassian did a really awesome thing one year where they put 1 slipper in each bag and you had to come to the store to get your free set of slippers. So, marketing genius. But, if you have something that you'd like to put in the bags, we need that by Friday, November 16th. Our next chamber coffee, so listen up for the change, and I'm saying it, and I know it's on Facebook, and we'll make sure it's in a text message. It is on Thursday, December the 6th. It is hosted by the Rockingham County Education Foundation at Reidsville Middle School in the Media Center at 9 a.m. Because of the bus traffic and the school traffic, we won't be able to do it at 8, but we felt like it was important enough to tour, because they want to provide a tour to the school. And they have a lot to talk about, so we have agreed to do that. So it is on Thursday, December 6th, Reidsville Middle School, Media Center, 9 a.m. So just make sure that if it's repeating on your calendar, that you pay attention to all of those details. So we will be sure to make it big and proud and look different and take care of that. But last but not least, of announcements for us on dates. Saturday, December 8th is our annual Breakfast with Santa. And that will be 2 shifts, 8 a.m. and 9:30. I do not have tickets for sale today, but we do have the RSVP sign-up sheet if you would like to get your name on the list. And that does sell out, so you do want to get your name on the list. We also need volunteers to come at 6 o'clock in the morning and help make pancakes and get the chairs and the high chairs and all that fun stuff set up for the kiddos, because that's a lot of fun. So, in other news, we have some new members, and we also have some new folks here who have not been to a chamber coffee yet. So I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to start with, going around the room, Donna Young with the Greensboro Swarm has not been here to a coffee. Would you like to say if you remember?
I'm Donna with the Greensboro Swarm basketball team. If you guys aren't familiar, we're the G League for the Charlotte Hornets. So I would kind of compare us to a minor league baseball team. Our opening night is next Saturday, November 10th. We would love to have you guys. I'm actually working with the chamber to give you guys a code for a discounted ticket if you guys want to come out and bring your families. So let me know if you have any questions, but happy to be here.
And on the tail end of that, we are having a Reidsville night at the Swarm on Saturday, February 9th.
Yes.
So we will send out, and we'll have a code for you to purchase your tickets, I think, that way. So be looking for that information. We'll be sending that out. And we are also looking for a sponsor, if anybody's interested in that, for the t-shirts. So, okay, and then I know
John Keever.
yes, thank you. You're right beside her. Sorry, John.
John Keever with Women Life. We're a not-for-profit life insurance company. Been around about 128 years out of Omaha. And we do a lot of giving back to the community, so we're looking forward to doing some more stuff in Reidsville and seeing how we can partner with you guys.
Thank you. Robin, this is Stella. Did you want to?
Oh, I gotta speak?
Yeah. You might want to introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Robin Smith with Sistel Business Equipment. We are in Greensboro, so we're local. You know, the usual, I'm a copier salesman. You know, copiers, printers, IT, network, smart boards. We have a print shop on site, so we can print anything you need. Anything, just let me know. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Chad?
Yes, my name is Chad Blakely. I'm the staffing manager at Workforce Unlimited here in Reidsville. We're the only full-service staffing agency located in Reidsville. So happy to be here.
Alright, am I missing anybody else who hasn't? Okay, and I'll go over new members. Also, we have a new visitor center associate, Star Fulp. Some of you may know her. She's worked at other chamber member businesses, so we're excited to have her with us now in the visitor center. And we've got several new members. Elite Driving School out of Eden, and that's Vicki Hale, Vicki Hale, who was also at the Business Showcase. As you all know, we celebrated the ribbon cutting for Dr. Zach Hall and Health EU Urgent Care. They have also joined the chamber. Carmart of Reidsville, and let's see, he's on Scale Street too, right? So he's just
beside
down
the
here.
U-Haul. He has the U-Haul out
Yeah.
there as well.
Perfect, thank you. I'd forgotten about the U-Haul. And Little Angels Child Development Center, which I think came out of the Child Care Association and us working with some of the other child cares. Dane Delicious, which is Marty Velasquez. If some of y'all might know Officer Velasquez, that's his wife, and she is she does baked goods, but a lot of them are, they're all like gluten-free, and I'm forgetting the other free things. I'm missing something, but it's healthier baked goods, but they are fabulous. They are Dane Delicious. Click Media is also new to us out of Greensboro, and they are looking to get definitely more involved there as media, as it says. And so we're looking to do some cool things with them, but they do all sorts of photography and online media and some really cool stuff there too. Best Wireless, which is also known as Cricket Wireless, has joined the chamber and be looking for a ribbon cutting, I think, for them coming up. So those are our new members. And
Stacey Lyons joined yesterday.
oh, and Stacey Lyons with Rodan and Fields also joined yesterday, and that wasn't on my report
You
yet
didn't
because
know
we
that
just got
because
it.
it happened about 5 o'clock.
Well, thank you,
My
but this
fault.
is always our report. So those are our announcements. We have a lot of stuff going on. We have, like I said up here, the Breakfast with Santa, RSVP. We have some really good door prizes too today, so I want to make sure we get to those. Does anybody have any announcements about your own? I know, Flavor, you do, I'm sure, so. Go ahead.
Very quickly, first of all, November is National Hospice Month, so that begins today. November for me is sort of your October, Diane. Things going on. We will, in addition to the Dewey store, we will host our annual benefit gala on November 17th at the Eden Ballroom. Tickets are $30. We'll have heavy hors d'oeuvres. We have a DJ. Flanagan's Fun Photos will be there with the photo booth, so we're looking forward to a great time. And I will say this, I know sometimes it probably sounds like Hospice of Rockingham County is always having a fundraiser. And that's not short of the truth. As a nonprofit, we have never in 31 years turned a patient away who needed our care but had no insurance coverage. And that speaks directly to the support we have in the community. And we are very grateful for that and humbled by it. So for every used book you've ever bought, for every ticket you've ever bought, thank you very much for helping us further our mission.
I'm Erin O'Neill from Rockingham Community College, and just wanted to announce that in January, our auctioneering school is beginning. Yeah, that's fun, right? So, we are one of 3 fully accredited auctioneering schools through the community college system in North Carolina. We got that approved by unanimous vote in October. It's very exciting. So if you want to learn how to be an auctioneer, it's a semester-long program. Tuesday and Thursday evenings from 6 to 9, and it gets you ready to get licensed as an auctioneer. You can sell tobacco, real estate, estate sales, cars, livestock, all kinds of things. So we're really excited. I think it's going to be an interesting time. The semester will conclude with a mock auction, so the students can practice their skills. They'll be looking for a date to come on out and hear them. Yeah.
That could be like my next career. Like, I talk fast enough for that.
Yes, Mark Cridge from the Reidsville Goodwill Career Center, 1551 Freeway Drive. We are hosting a Veterans Information Session on November 5th. Our veteran community sometimes ends up being part of the justice system or being homeless and all types of things like that. They do a great job of having events where they have everything available for them, like the stand down that recently happened. But there's a stigma associated with being able to go to another resource and say, I have a problem with addiction. So we have partnered with some local businesses and the VA to be able to give them some resources and information. If you know anyone, if you would spread the word, we'd love to have a packed house. We'd love to have 2. The whole thing is having affect 1 person at a time with this. So let them know it's November 5th, and it's actually posted on our website, triadgoodwill.org, so you can find information on it there also. Thank you.
Nothing? You want to sell your cards?
Well, actually, so I'm sharing here actually 2 different capacities. I work with Arkham Community College, and I'm with Reidsville Tigers football youth team. We do have continually have our discount cards still available if you would like to purchase one. They are $10, and we do have a stew coming up that we're going to be doing on November the 11th. The pickup will be at the chamber location at 11 to 2 that day. The courts are $7. So if you're interested, please just let us know by way of chamber or just on our Facebook page or just talk with me, okay? Thank you.
There's a lot of things going on in the city and a lot of things in progress, but I don't know how much I can actually say. Maybe next week, there will be a pretty decent announcement, I think, on the 8th. That everybody should be happy about, and yeah.
No, it's the 8th, at 10.
Yeah. That'll be a nice announcement, and then there should be another press release coming out very soon that everybody's tummy will be happy about. A new place to eat. So I look forward to that.
Anybody else have any announcements? Denise made a point, I did not have it on my list because it's not our event, but we've gotten a lot of phone calls. To be clear, the Christmas parade, the Reidsville Christmas parade is on Sunday the 18th, in the afternoon at 4 p.m. So just, if y'all get those, we get that phone call every day, a lot, so. I guess people still consider that, we did it many, many years ago, but yes, we direct them right across the street to Starkville, so. We are thankful though for the time change. I know it's causing a lot of issues for other people who are used to Saturday, but it was in conflict with Small Business Saturday, and so we had asked them to not shut the merchants down so early. Anything else? Okay. Has everybody got their name and business card in here? Because I have some good door prizes, so make sure it's in here. If not, anybody need to add? Really quick. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. Alright, so. Alright. Robin Smith, what's this bill? Are these all separate, Beth, or do they go together? Okay, alright. And
You're gonna need that tomorrow.
I promise I mixed these up with U.S. Health Advisors.
I got one already.
Yeah.
Already?
Donna Young, the Greensboro Swarm. Debbie Ellis, Vocational Rehab.
Look at you.
Crazy, always winning stuff. You're so lucky. Donna Evans with First Carolina Bank. Leanne Basinger with the City of Reidsville. John Keever with Woodman Life. Oh. Y'all, I'm gonna run out of cards. I still got prizes. Are you sure your names are in here? Nancy Birdie, are you still here? Flavel Collins. Mark Cridge.
Thank you.
welcome. Chris Phillips. And Kaylin Rowland. And Cecil's gone, so yes, everybody who's still here gets a prize. Sheridan Galloway. And that's it. That's all the door prizes and all the names. Where'd you go? Yeah, probably here away. You're welcome. All right. Any other announcements? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad. Happy New Year. All that stuff. It's all here, right? All right, Facebook. Thanks for tuning in today for our November coffee at Penn Outpatient Rehabilitation Center. And stay tuned for other announcements.